Change is the law of life. And those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Things do not happen. Things are made to happen. Victory has 1,000 fathers, but defeat is an orphan. There are risks and costs to action, but they are far less than the long-range risks of comfortable inaction. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. Forgive your enemies, but never forget their names. Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth. The greater our knowledge increases, the more our ignorance unfolds. Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. The ignorance of one voter in a democracy impairs the security of all. Let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate. Physical fitness is not only one of the most important keys to a healthy body, it is the basis of dynamic and creative intellectual activity. A man may die, nations may rise and fall, but an idea lives on. The great enemy of the truth is very often not the lie, deliberate, contrived and dishonest, but the myth, persistent, persuasive and unrealistic. The time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. Those who dare to fail miserably can achieve greatly. The goal of education is the advancement of knowledge and the dissemination of truth. Mankind must put an end to war before war puts an end to mankind. Man is still the most extraordinary computer of all. If we cannot now end our differences, at least we can help make the world safe for diversity. A man does what he must, in spite of personal consequences, in spite of obstacles and dangers and pressures, and that is the basis of all human morality. We must use time as a tool, not as a couch. Tolerance implies no lack of commitment to one's own beliefs. Rather, it condemns the oppression or persecution of others. If a free society cannot help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. A child miseducated is a child lost. In a time of domestic crisis, men of goodwill and generosity should be able to unite regardless of party or politics. The world is very different now, for man holds in his mortal hands the power to abolish all forms of human poverty, and all forms of human life. The best road to progress is freedom's road. Once you say you're going to settle for second, that's what happens to you in life. We believe that if men have the talent to invent new machines that put men out of work, they have the talent to put those men back to work. I'm an idealist without illusions. Politics is like football: if you see daylight, go through the hole. History is a relentless master. It has no present, only the past rushing into the future. To try to hold fast is to be swept aside. The human mind is our fundamental resource. If art is to nourish the roots of our culture, society must set the artist free to follow his vision wherever it takes him.